The world's oldest people, often found in regions known as blue zones, have fascinated scientists and health experts for decades. These regions, including places like Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia, Italy, and Loma Linda, California, are home to populations with remarkable longevity and low rates of chronic diseases. Researchers like Dan Buettner have identified common dietary habits that contribute to their extended lifespans. A consistent pattern emerges: a diet centered around whole, plant-based foods, balanced with moderate calorie intake and a strong emphasis on social connections during meals. One of the most striking observations is the prevalence of plant-based foods in their diets. Vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains form the foundation of their meals, providing essential nutrients like antioxidants, fiber, and phytonutrients. These components play a crucial role in reducing inflammation, supporting heart health, and lowering the risk of diseases such as diabetes and cancer. Beyond just what they eat, how they eat is equally important. Many of these populations practice mindful eating, such as the Okinawan principle of hara hachi ba, which involves eating until they are 80% full. This habit prevents overeating and supports metabolic health. Social and cultural practices around food also stand out. Meals are often shared with family and friends, creating a sense of community and reducing stress. This combination of nutritious food, mindful eating, and strong social bonds creates a holistic approach to health that goes beyond mere nutrition. By studying these habits, we can glean valuable lessons for improving our own diets and lifestyles, potentially adding not just years to our lives but life to our years. The diets of the world's longest-lived populations are overwhelmingly centered around plant-based foods, with vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains forming the foundation of their meals. These foods are packed with essential nutrients that play a crucial role in promoting longevity and preventing chronic diseases. Antioxidants, found abundantly in colorful fruits and vegetables like berries, leafy greens, and tomatoes, help combat oxidative stress and inflammation, which are linked to aging and illnesses such as heart disease and cancer. Fiber, another key component, supports digestive health, regulates blood sugar levels, and contributes to a feeling of fullness, which aids in maintaining a healthy weight. Legumes including beans, lentils, and chickpeas are a staple in regions with high longevity, providing a rich source of plant-based protein and complex carbohydrates. Whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, and oats offer sustained energy and are linked to lower risks of diabetes and cardiovascular disease. The phytonutrients in these foods, natural compounds that protect plants from environmental threats, also play a role in human health by boosting immunity and reducing inflammation. Research consistently shows that populations with diets high in these plant-based foods experience lower rates of chronic conditions and enjoy longer, healthier lives. For example, the residents of Okinawa, Japan, and Sardinia, Italy, both blue zones, consume minimal processed foods and instead rely on fresh, locally grown produce. By prioritizing these nutrient-dense foods, they not only extend their lifespan but also enhance their quality of life, proving that what we eat profoundly impacts how well we age. Incorporating more plant-based meals into one's diet is a practical step toward emulating these longevity-boosting habits. One of the most striking habits shared by the world's longest-lived populations is their approach to eating, specifically moderation and mindfulness. These individuals don't just eat to fill up, they eat with intention, paying close attention to both the quantity and quality of their meals. A prime example is the Okinawan practice of hara hachi ba, which translates to eat until you're 80% full. This simple yet profound principle encourages stopping before feeling completely satiated, allowing the body to digest food more efficiently and preventing the metabolic strain of overeating. Studies suggest that this habit contributes to lower body weight, reduced risk of chronic diseases, and even a longer lifespan. Beyond portion control, mindful eating plays a crucial role. In blue zones like Sardinia and Icaria, meals are leisurely affairs, often stretching over hours as people savor each bite and engage in conversation. This slow, deliberate approach gives the brain time to register fullness, reducing the likelihood of overindulgence. It also transforms eating from a mindless task into a sensory experience, enhancing satisfaction with smaller portions. Research supports this, showing that slower eating speeds correlate with better digestion, improved nutrient absorption, and healthier body weight. Adopting these practices doesn't require drastic changes. Start by pausing midway through meals to assess hunger levels, putting down utensils between bites, or eliminating distractions like screens during eating. Over time, these small shifts can recalibrate your relationship with food, aligning it with the habits of the world's healthiest elders. The benefits extend beyond physical health. Mindful eating fosters gratitude, reduces stress, and turns meals into moments of connection, mirroring the social and emotional richness of longevity hotspots. Healthy fats play a crucial role in the diets of the world's longest-lived populations, contributing to their remarkable longevity. Unlike unhealthy saturated and trans fats, which are linked to chronic diseases, the fats favored in blue zones and other longevity hotspots are primarily unsaturated. Olive oil, for example, is a cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet, rich in monounsaturated fats that support cardiovascular health by reducing bad cholesterol levels and inflammation. Nuts and seeds, another staple, provide omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for brain function and have been shown to lower the risk of cognitive decline. Fatty fish like sardines and salmon, commonly consumed in regions such as Okinawa, Japan, offer additional omega-3s, promoting heart health and reducing the risk of stroke. The benefits of these healthy fats extend beyond physical health. Studies suggest that omega-3 fatty acids can improve mood and mental well-being, potentially reducing the risk of depression and anxiety. Monounsaturated fats, found in avocados and certain nuts, also help stabilize blood sugar levels, making them particularly valuable for metabolic health. Importantly, these fats are consumed in their whole, unprocessed forms, avoiding the harmful effects of refined oils or fried foods. The emphasis is on quality and balance, incorporating these fats as part of a varied, plant-heavy diet rather than in excess. Adopting these dietary practices doesn't require drastic changes. Simple swaps, like using olive oil instead of butter or snacking on a handful of almonds instead of processed chips, can make a significant difference. The key is to prioritize whole food sources of healthy fats while minimizing refined and processed options. By doing so, individuals can harness the longevity, boosting power of these nutrients, supporting both heart and brain health for years to come. Long-lived populations around the world rarely rely on meat and dairy as dietary staples. Instead, they prioritize lean proteins and plant-based alternatives, which contribute to their exceptional health and longevity. In regions like Okinawa, Japan, and Sardinia, Italy, meat is often treated as a side dish or consumed only during special occasions. Dairy intake is similarly minimal, with fermented options like yogurt or goat's milk being more common than cow's milk. This restrained approach significantly lowers the intake of saturated fats, which are linked to chronic conditions such as heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. By reducing these risks, these populations maintain healthier bodies well into their later years. A key aspect of this dietary pattern is the emphasis on plant-based protein sources, such as beans, lentils, and tofu. For example, in Loma Linda, California, home to a community of long-lived Seventh-day Adventists, beans are a dietary cornerstone, providing ample protein without the harmful effects of excessive animal products. These plant proteins are not only rich in essential nutrients but also contain fiber and antioxidants that further protect against inflammation. Research suggests that inflammation is a major driver of aging and disease, so diets low in pro-inflammatory foods like processed meats and high-fat dairy play a crucial role in promoting longevity. Adopting this habit doesn't require eliminating meat and dairy entirely, but rather shifting the balance toward plants. Start by designating a few meatless days each week and experimenting with legumes, nuts, and seeds as protein sources. When consuming animal products, opt for lean cuts of meat, poultry, or sustainably sourced fish, and choose fermented dairy products like kefir or aged cheeses in moderation. Over time, these adjustments can lead to improved metabolic health, reduced disease risk, and a longer, healthier life, mirroring the habits of the world's oldest and healthiest populations. In communities where people live the longest, Eating is rarely a solitary activity. Shared meals are a cornerstone of daily life, fostering connections that go beyond mere nourishment. In Okinawa, Japan, for example, meals are often enjoyed with family or friends, creating a sense of belonging and reducing feelings of isolation. This communal aspect of dining helps to lower stress levels, as conversations and laughter during meals create a relaxed atmosphere. Studies have shown that eating with others can slow down the pace of eating, allowing the body to better register fullness and aiding digestion. The social bonding that occurs during these shared moments also contributes to emotional well-being, reducing the risk of depression and loneliness, which are known to negatively impact longevity. The cultural traditions surrounding food in these regions further reinforce healthy habits. For instance, in Sardinia, Italy, the tradition of merenda, a light afternoon snack shared with neighbors, encourages moderation and social interaction. Similarly, in Nicoya, Costa Rica, families gather for meals that are prepared together, strengthening relationships and creating a supportive environment. These customs highlight the importance of food as a tool for connection rather than just sustenance. The emphasis on togetherness during meals also discourages mindless eating, as the focus shifts from simply consuming food to enjoying the experience and the company. Beyond the immediate benefits of reduced stress and stronger social ties, communal eating often leads to healthier food choices. When meals are shared, there's a tendency to prioritize balanced, home-cooked dishes over processed or fast food. The act of cooking and eating together also reinforces cultural identity and traditions, passing down recipes and eating habits that have stood the test of time. In blue zones, this combination of social engagement and mindful eating creates a holistic approach to health, proving that longevity isn't just about what you eat, but also how and with whom you eat. Adopting this practice can be as simple as organizing regular family dinners or joining community potlucks to reap the mental, emotional, and physical benefits. Adopting the dietary habits of the world's longest-lived people doesn't require drastic changes. Small, intentional steps can make a big difference. Begin by gradually increasing plant-based meals in your diet. Swap out meat-centric dishes a few times a week with nutrient-dense alternatives like lentils, chickpeas, or tofu. Experiment with colorful vegetables, whole grains, and fruits to ensure variety and maximize antioxidant intake. Meal planning can simplify this transition. Dedicate time each week to prep ingredients or cook batches of soups, stews, or grain bowls. This not only saves time but also reduces reliance on processed foods. Mindful eating is another cornerstone. Slow down during meals, chew thoroughly, and pay attention to hunger cues. Try the Okinawan principle of hara hachibo, stopping when you're 80% full, to avoid overeating. Eliminate distractions like screens during meals to focus on flavors and textures, which can enhance satisfaction and prevent mindless snacking. Cooking at home allows you to control portion sizes and ingredients, fostering healthier choices. Finally, prioritize the social aspect of eating. Share meals with family or friends whenever possible, turning dining into a ritual of connection. Even simple gatherings, like a weekly potluck or tea with a neighbor, can replicate the communal joy seen in blue zones. These practices not only improve nutrition but also strengthen relationships, reducing stress and promoting emotional well-being. By integrating these habits step by step, you'll build a sustainable, health-promoting lifestyle.